Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 4 of Walking and Talking with Jacko. Today it's been hard to record, it is so windy here, but we're going to try and deliver a short little video if the wind can die down a little. Well, huge news for you today guys. Dragusin is on the verge of signing for Tottenham Hotspur. All the documents are ready and raring to go on the personal terms side, and now we're just waiting for the final details on the transfer fee side. So it looks like Paratici is going to get his man again. Paratici loves a signing from the Serie A. We've seen it so many times in Dejan Kulusevski, Bentancur, and it looks like Dragusin is now going to join Kulusevski and Bentancur again, which is really interesting. It seems like we love our signings from the Serie A, and it seems like we get a good deal for the type of player we are getting. So let's get more into Dragusin. I was reading Alistair Gold's article today, and Dragusin in the Serie A this season has the second most amount of clearances, the most aerial duels won in the league. I've said on multiple occasions, you probably have to take this into information with a pinch of salt. Bear in mind, Genoa are kind of at the lower end of the league table, so they're going to have to clear more balls, they're going to have to make more clearances, but at the end of the day, he still is the man to do that. So I'm very excited. He stands at 6'3". He's only 21 years of age. He's absolutely huge. I'll insert a photo of Dragusin so you can see what I mean. He's almost got that Ibrahimovic mould, just as a centre half. What else was I going to say? In the article, Johan Lang and Robert McKenzie actually went to see Dragusin, to see him play against Juventus live in Turin. It also mentioned in the article that we were scouting Samuel Iling Jr., who is a tricky winger for Juventus, who is also someone that Spurs might be looking to sign. We really do love our Juventus and Serie A signings. So let me know your thoughts on a potential winger coming in, a very young, up-and-coming winger, and maybe not someone who's going to come in straight away and set the world alight, but someone who could take their time. But going back to Dragusin, I'm very excited about the prospect of him coming in. My original thoughts was, is he your type of Postecoglou signing? He doesn't really play out the back that well, in my opinion. Like I've said, he makes a lot of clearances for Genoa, playing in a back three this season, but he doesn't seem like the profile type of defender to be calm and composed on the ball and play out and make those groundbreaking passes. But I'm willing to be proven wrong, and I would love to see if he can adapt to that. He's only 21 years of age. With Postecoglou approving the signing, I'm sure he sees a lot of potential there. Because you've got to be honest, with this Tottenham side, Romero and Mickey van der Ven, they excel in passing out from the back. Their control is phenomenal, and they're really the first phase of attack. So we've just got to hope that he can adapt nice and quickly. And I'm sure he will. I'm very excited to see the prospect of this signing. Let me know your thoughts, guys. But let's move on. Sergio Reguilon looks like he's going to be returning from his loan from Manchester United to come back to Tottenham, but it doesn't look like he's going to be the type of left back that Postecoglou wants. In my opinion, I would totally agree. I don't think he would suit that inverted role. In my opinion, he's not technically good enough. If you see Destiny Udogie, his first touch is phenomenal, his close control is brilliant, he loves driving into the middle. I can't imagine Reguilon doing that. I think Reguilon's best attributes is probably crossing when he has a lot of space. I think he needs lots of space. Like I said, I don't think his close control is that brilliant. But to be honest, I wish him all the best. He's very fast, and it looks like he's got some potential suitors in the Premier League and definitely in Borussia Dortmund, for Fabrizio Romano reported today. So let's see. Maybe that is a club that would be willing to take him, and we all know Borussia Dortmund really develop their players very well. We saw that with Jadon Sancho, who's obviously not playing that well. We saw that with Haaland. We saw that with Jude Bellingham. So maybe that's a place for him to reinvigorate his career. So I really hope he does do well there. What else? Yeah, just carrying on Sergio Reguilon, Manchester United. I think he put in some really good performances for them, but now they've got Luke Shaw coming back. It just doesn't really look like he's going to get a look in, and maybe that's somewhere where they could potentially invest. And yeah, massive news as well. Papa Sarr signs a deal today to 2030. How good has this man been? Honestly, he's been absolutely phenomenal. Every time he plays in a Spurs shirt, it's just gutting really that it looks like he's going to be injured for a bit and he's going to the African Cup of Nations. But maybe this is the time that Dejan Kulusevski can step up. Maybe this is the time Giovanni Lo Celso can continue his tremendous form in a Spurs shirt. How good was he the other day? I've already mentioned that on the Walking and Talking episode yesterday. Guys, if it's windy and you're struggling to hear me, I really do apologise, but I'm trying my best to keep the content going today. And don't worry, a mic is on its way. So don't worry, the content will improve. So I appreciate you guys sticking with it for now. And I promise you the production level will improve. But enough about that. Giovanni Lo Celso, like I said, he's really changed around his Spurs career. When he first came in, I think there was signs of hope there that he could perform really well. I think he was one of our best players in the Jose Mourinho era. But then he kind of tailed off. He went to Villarreal on loan. He wasn't really getting a look in under Antonio Conte. And then when he's coming under Postecoglou, he's really suited this role perfectly. He's creative, he's brilliant at driving into the space, and he seems calm on the ball. And that's what we've seen him do for Argentina. And like I said, long may it continue. And I think combining that with Basuma and Bentancur, we could have a really exciting midfield three. Guys, if you see me just walking around in a circle, I'm trying to stay along the tree line because it is so windy, as I've already mentioned. But yeah, really, Giovanni Lo Celso, very happy with that. Radu Dragusin coming in my opinion, is a sign of this new Tottenham era. We're making signings nice and fast. In the first week of the window, Ange Postecoglou basically demanded that we need a signing straight away. You can see we've got massive games in January. I think Son, Sarr, Basuma will miss about 4 games, so we need to bring in a bit of cover, especially in the centre-half area, as Romero is injured for 4 to 5 weeks. So if we bring him in straight away, you partner him with Mickey van der Ven, you're probably looking at a very competent back line, and it really improves our depth. To finish the window, I would love to see us sign another centre mid and a forward, but we'll have to wait and see who is in a title race. Because for me, it's so open this year. I think it's one of the craziest years in the Premier League season. You have the likes of Liverpool. I think they were very good last night against Newcastle, created over 7 XG, which I think is the highest ever in a Premier League season, and they looked really good. But in previous matches, I think they've looked like a team of individuals, maybe not playing collectively as a team as well. Manchester City, definitely not been their best season. A bit of a post-treble hangover, I think it's fair to say. So let's wait and see. Arsenal, Tottenham are now only 1 point behind Arsenal. And yeah, so it could be looking good for Tottenham. Finish off the video, I just wanted to touch on the other Premier League games this weekend and about our Tottenham in a title race. Let's start off with Liverpool last night. In my opinion, this season, they actually haven't played that well, considering that they're actually top of the league. But yesterday, they created over 7 XG, which is actually a Premier League record. And they started to look like a team playing football rather than a bunch of individuals. Mohamed Salah was absolutely phenomenal. Travella passes into the likes of Cody Gakpo. He missed the penalty but then redeemed himself by scoring. I think he got 2 goals and an assist, which is phenomenal really. He's always been their star player, but now he's off to the AFCON Cup of Nations, so it'll be interesting to see how Liverpool do without him. Then you've got the likes of Manchester City starting to regain form, but I think we can all agree they've kind of had a post-treble hangover and they haven't been playing their best football and they haven't been getting the results. But realistically, with Manchester City, you know, they breathe confidence. They just know they're going to be in a title race come the end of the year. So I think they're definitely probably the favourites alongside Manchester City. And then you have Aston Villa also on 42 points. In my opinion, they're going to tail off. They got a good 3-2 win at the weekend, but I don't think they have the squad depth. Arsenal were looking good. They were probably a lot of people's title favourites only a couple of weeks ago, but now they're only 1 point behind, 1 point above Tottenham. And does that mean that Tottenham are in the title race? I'm not 100% convinced yet. Like I've said, I know we need to make some smart signings, starting off with Radu Dragusin. I would love to see Conor Gallagher being brought in. And if I'm really being picky and I'm really pushing Daniel Levy, I'd love to see another forward. But guys, this has been episode 4 of Walking and Talking with Jacko. It's been a difficult one today. It is so windy, I'm sure you've heard, so I apologise. Like I said, the production level will improve. We are getting a mic. So thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And who do you think is going to be that signing that will take Tottenham to that next level? Guys, I'll see you tomorrow on another Walking and Talking. I hope the win will be better. And as always, come on you Spurs.